Hey everybody, how's it going? Sorry it's been so long since I've done any updates or anything like that on the drum smoker or any of my videos for that matter. It's just been really hectic. It's part of being in the Navy and having a family also. But I'm going to continue on with the UDS, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do some mods to this thing. I got a year under my belt smoking on it. Absolutely love it. As you heard me in the previous video, absolutely love it. But I think it's time to finish this sucker up, get a good paint job on it, do some mods and stuff like that. So first things first, I'm gonna do some mods to the lid, to the Weber lid here. I kind of got ahead of myself and started doing some grinding and stuff like that on here before shooting this particular portion of the video. But first thing I'm going to do is I went ahead and already removed the handle, but I'm going to show you how I did that. I did record it. So, and then also cleaning up, had some grease stains, cleaning those up. It actually kind of went through the primer that I painted with. Probably not fault of the primer, it's probably my prepping that I did on this thing when I first put it together. So another thing I want to do is I want to modify the exhaust. Right now I took the silver baffle off and I've been cooking without it. It's been doing fine. I just adjust my intakes to work, and it's been working great for me. And I don't even cover those up when I shut down the smoker. I just put the caps on the pipe nipples and close the ball valve, and probably within an hour the smoker's cooled out, the fire's out, you know, cooled down or whatever, and it's great. This thing is just amazing. So another thing I'm going to do is I saw on one of the Facebook groups, a guy did an awesome hinge system, so I'm going to try and do kind of replicate that, maybe come up with some of my own ideas in it. And basically it was a hinge system for the Weber lid. Looked great, so I'm going to take this handle off and get rid of that, fill up them holes. Probably going to end up taking the wheels off as well, and along with all those supports. It wasn't bad. It was good welding practice and stuff like that, but just not feasible. I don't move it all that often, and I'm just going to put some legs on it or something, figure out how to get it up off the ground. But other than that, I'm just going to get rid of those. So what else am I going to do? Well, first off, after I get all that stuff done, and hopefully it works out, is clean up all these rust spots, do a real good prep on it, and do a good paint job. So got a lot of rust, but they're supposed to be ugly, right? So I got the new ET732 Maverick, and a lot of you probably know that the back of it's different than the 773, so I'm probably going to take that off and come up with another mounting system for that. So I also took my probe inputs and took them out. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. So right now I just took some magnets and I seal it up with a magnet when I'm cooking. So and I'm also going to put a handle right here. The reason I was removing this handle is I'm not going to reuse this handle, but when I get the hinges done, I'm going to put a handle here, so then that way I can lift up and it'll be the way it's, not the way it's supposed to be, but it'll be mine. So so I can lift it up. I ain't got to lift the lid all the way off. I can do quick changes or quick, whatever with the meat, and then close the lid back up, so without fumbling trying to get it realigned and all that stuff. So the rope gasket is really working out well. It does great. So I hardly have any issues. Actually, I should say I don't have any issues at all with the rope gasket, the way it's been working and holding up. So Same with the adjustable shelves. It's kind of dark, but same with the adjustable shelves there and stuff. So, but like I said, it's awesome smoker. Probably the best DIY project I've ever done, as far as getting uses out of it. So, besides doing something on my truck or something along those lines. But other than that, that's the plan, and I'll try and show you every step of the way that I go. So first things first, I'm going to show you how I took this handle off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to remove this handle, and to do that, we're going to take this plastic cover off, or whatever material it is. As you can see, it just pops right out the bottom. And boom, that's all it is. We'll just get rid of this. We're not going to be using it again. So just toss that to the side. And then I got the center punch, and we're going to center punch a couple of these spot welds to try and drill them out to break them loose instead of doing a lot of grinding. Gotta find it. And this might take a couple of different drill bit sizes. I just grabbed one that looked like it would work. Try not to go all the way through, or else you'll have to fill the hole in. So I swapped over to a different size drill bit, a little bit bigger. See what happens. Basically drilling in the exact same spot. See, I'm gonna have to repair that hole. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Well, that's why we call this stuff DIY, and we like doing it ourselves. Yep. Have to repair that one hole too. There we go. That one broke loose. It's almost as if there is another weld. I thought there was only two, but maybe not. Work it back and forth a little bit here. Keep working it. Boom. So I was a little off on where I needed to drill, but that's why I said Weber makes a good product. You can also see I removed the I had a analog thermometer there. I took it off. I never used it. I ended up I use my Maverick all the time, so there's no point in having grill thermometers on there. So I never use them, so I took them off. So got some holes to fill, but that's fine. All right, next step is we're going to grind this down, clean this up. Okay, so now we're going to grind this down, make this nice and even. Well, not necessarily even, but clean it up a little bit so I can fill those holes. Now I'm just going to clean up some of this dirt, grease, stuff like that from the exhaust. all that. So okay, I want to continue doing that. So okay, so I moved the smoker into the garage and continued cleaning up the lid a little bit. I also went ahead and started removing some of the rust. I still got a lot of rust to remove, but I need to get some different wire wheels and clean up stuff. Use down here around this, around that band or the bottom of the drum, not the band, but the lip down there. Then the pipe nipples and all that. But most of the side rust I removed and all that, so that's looking pretty good. Another thing I did was I went ahead and filled in the holes using the Steel Putty. So that's all cured, and I'm going to go ahead and sand that down, get these flattened out and ready for primer. I'm not going to prime it just yet. It's in the garage. It's not going to rust. Even if it does rust, no big deal. It'll just be surface. No, no big deal there. So I also did filled in the 2 holes for the handle that was there. And I also removed the mount that I had for the Maverick temp, and went ahead and sanded that down nice and smooth. So you can't even, once I get this primed, you won't even be able to tell that was there. So let me get this sanded down here and show you how easy this stuff is. I think I did that previous video, part 3, I think it was, when I did the lid, showing you I used the same putty I used here. So okay, so I got the 3 putty spots right here that I'm going to sand down. And to sand it down, all I got on my angle grinder here is one of the, I don't know what you call it, the flat type sandpaper discs. This one's kind of worn out, but you really don't need a lot of grit for this stuff. Sand's really simple, so this works just fine. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out, and I'll show you how quick this goes. Got the lid done pretty quick, so now I'm gonna hit the where the handle was, the 2 holes where the handle was. Here's a little bit different because you got this bulge right here, or this rib, so you're gonna have to kind of go at it at different angles to get it smoothed out. And just that quick, smoothed out, and once I get it primed, you won't even be able to tell there was a hole there. So, on any of those spots. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be working on the handle and the hinges for the lid. So I kind of got them laid out. Just still messing around with sheet metal and stuff like that. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode.